So the moment we got the offer, what really happens is, what's the number, right? So the economics have to make sense on both sides. So they have to figure out a number that makes sense for them to acquire the business. And also, as founders, is this the right number for us today? So the moment we identify this is the right dollar amount, it's also setting expectations. So both parties were setting expectations of, all right, how long is this going to close? There's a process called due diligence. And that's the nitty gritty of the details. And they would, talk to customers, look at how the technology is built. And the moment you sign the term sheet, the ball's in their court in terms of doing all the due diligence to be able to come out to a decision to say, hey, this is the company we want to acquire. And that whole process, the moment we signed the term sheet to closing, it took 60 days, which is considered fast. It was more of a smaller acquisition, and it was cool to go through that process because they dug deep in terms of the finance-wise. They want to make sure that do we have the right technology that we presented that we had, and also from a revenue perspective, our revenue growth and our thought process with the business. That it was pretty quick in the grand scheme of things, and it was fun. We had 5 people on board, and it happened pretty fast, and I think speed happened pretty well because the founder CEO was ready to make a move. So we definitely got to the finish line collectively, and I love that experience of going through that because now it just becomes clockwork of expectations of what we think about that one moment in time that we ever cross that bridge again. So with an acquisition, expectations of like, here's the founding team and how long you have to stay with the company. And funny enough, they call them golden handcuffs, and we stayed for 2 years. And they didn't want us to leave because you always want that knowledge to grow with the company, and definitely learned a lot in that process. And it was cool. I got to wear many hats in the organization. This was a company that raised private equity money to be able to acquire more companies along the road. So I got to learn a lot that I would not know today, and I'm glad I know that knowledge, having done 2 companies post the first company.